kiss my own ass. The point I'm trying to make is that if you in your heart of hearts, you know that a piece of content is going to have value to your audience, or you suspect that it's going to have value to your audience,
MATTATTACKERS, buenos dias. I hope you guys are doing freaking amazingly. It is Thursday morning out here in the exquisite Cape Town. I've just woken up, got a huge day ahead, got a lot of editing to do, as well as editing. It's also got a big push today to try and get some new content live. Before we do anything, let's head downstairs and let's get today started. Before we get stuck into new content, I'm just having some breakfast. Weird mix up of things right here. You got like a oat and honey bar, banana, and then a tablespoon of peanut butter. Gonna smack that, then we're gonna get started.
So as you guys will be able to see from here, I've got different pieces of micro content depending on the platform with time breakdowns, etc. And right now I have edited, sorry, it's hard for you to see, it's a bit overexposed, but I've edited the YouTube version of the micro content. I still got a few more pieces to do, but that's the first one done. Right, so we've done 2 out of the pieces of micro content. I'm finally having some lunch. I've got a big bowl of pasta here with 2 plain eggs, and that's that. Let's smash this. And now using Adobe Premiere Pro, sorry, it's a bit dark for you guys. Now using Adobe Premiere Pro, I'm going to be cutting down more micro content, and the reason why I'm using this software is because I can adjust aspect ratio of the video versus iMovie, which I just use for cuts, etc. And I think I've got the final piece. This is the TikTok piece of content. I think I've got it to the point that I'm happy with. I finally got the last piece of micro content live. I'll tell you more about that in a bit, but I'm about to smash this bowl of pasta and this apple before I head over to the gym. Okay, the food is consumed. I'm midway through changing to go to the gym. I realized, because I checked my phone, that one of the clips I recorded earlier was actually, I only recorded at the end. So there was like 2 seconds as opposed to like a 40-second explanation of what the hell's been going on. So all the pieces of micro content that I have been putting out online, of which I think there are 5, one for YouTube, one for Facebook, one for Twitter, one for Instagram, and one for TikTok. Yeah, 5. That was cut down from the question of the day of yesterday's episode. I felt that there was a lot of value to that, and from what I've seen from the micro pieces of content that I've cut down from that big piece, you guys seem to be enjoying it and taking value from it. So I'm really glad that I pulled and worked off my instinct there. The point of what I'm trying to get to here is not to like pat my back and like kiss my own ass. The point I'm trying to make is that if you in your heart of hearts, you know that a piece of content is going to have value to your audience, or you suspect that it's going to have value to your audience, but it's a long piece of content. For example, the Q&A was like a 3-minute long video. Not going to work for Instagram, but I could see that there was like a part within that 3 minutes of 1 minute that would work really well on Instagram, that would work really well on Twitter. I knew that I could take that whole 3-minute question and post it as a separate video onto YouTube, which I did. I did the same thing for Facebook. Then for TikTok, I knew that I could do 15 seconds. I could do 1 minute one as well, but there was a 15-second part within that question of the day that I knew held all of the punch, all of the impact of what I was trying to say. So I cut that down. I added some annotations on it. I'm using my brain, and this is the point that I want to get over to you guys, the content creators, the business owners, the people out there who are watching this, is that if you've got long form content, if you're smart about it, if you can feel that it's going to be a hit piece of content, that you can cut that long content down into micro content and customize it for different platforms and make it native to that platform, which is what I've just spent my afternoon doing. That's that. I hope that that helps. I hope that that adds value in some way. It's super important. I hope that like you're able to take something away from there. It's kind of the benefit of this community, of this pack, of this damn channel, is to try and add value to you guys. Let me get changed. I need to go and smack a workout. Today is Thursday, so I think it's back day, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that is yet another session in the bag. The only thing that I did not do that I was supposed to in tonight's session was the 500 meters rowing. So I'd say I did like a good 98.5% of the entire workout. Really good one. About to leave the sweat palace now. Yo, this is the part of the episode where I take a question from one of you guys and I answer it. Today's question comes in from MattAttacker Ann, and she says, what are some of the morals and values you learned when growing up that made you who you are today? What is the most important one? I'm glad that you phrased it like, what is the most important one? Because there is only one that like really comes to mind. I mean, there's a few, but I'm gonna focus on the one that like really stands out from both my parents and all the people who I admired and looked up to as a kid, as a child in my formative years. The one thing that always stood out was hard work. And what excites me about this is when you have a level of talent, right? If you're a good basketball player naturally, fucking dope. If you're a good photographer naturally, that's great. You can't control talent, but the one variable that you can control is your work ethic, how much you work, how hard you work, how smart you work, how effectively you work. Hard work is the only variable that all of us can control. And so this question excites me a lot because I think it's the one thing that people under leverage and under appreciate. And I think maybe because it's a cliche, people take it for granted, but hard work is the number one variable that controls whether or not you're going to succeed or fail to whatever level you want it to get to. And so this question pumps me the fuck up, and I'm so glad that you asked it. I also believe that hard work is honestly probably a good 90% of the contributor of where I am today and will be the reason for why I get to where I want to be in the future. I honestly maintain that. And yeah, as I said, it excites me because it's the one thing that every single person can control. And I love calling people out on that, especially when they DM me, when I meet them in public, or all these kinds of things that, oh, I'm not talented enough. Genetically, that person has it better, It's all a bunch of fucking excuses. The truth is this: hard work beats talent. 99.999, no, 100% of the time, hard work will beat talent, because it makes up for the difference. You can find people who can balance out your weaknesses. You can focus on your strengths and become the best possible you that you can become, but you need to be executing, you need to be putting in the work. It's a great question. That I would say would be the one moral value is hard work that I learned as a child, and that has made me who I am today and will continue to form me into who I will become. I appreciate that. I want to know, what was one moral or value that you guys learned as a child in your formative years that have made you who you are today? Comment that down below. And then of course, if you have a question, all you need to do is comment that down below. I'm choosing one of these to answer in the daily vlog every single day. I've just had a shower post-training after a really good workout, and now look, I gotta go down, I gotta go do some emails, I gotta do some normal admin-based things, update my website with the latest question, all that kind of stuff. So I will see you guys when I'm having dinner. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know what is popping. I'm gonna head downstairs. I'll see you in a bit. Peace. Right, so all the emails and goodies I was telling you about is done. I am now having a huge plate of pasta with the very smallest avocado. And then in here, I've got 500 milliliters of soya milk with 30 grams of whey protein. And with dinner done and no time to waste, I'm going to be doing my 20 minutes of Spanish revision, practicing, whatever you want to call it, for the day. All right, gang, it is getting ultra late. I have just been spending the balance of the time like I did a couple of days ago. I mentioned this. I'm trying to build up the two ecosystems, or the two assets that I have, which is one, my book, and two, my YouTube channel. So I've been putting time back into you guys on Instagram, and then driving traffic back into the YouTube channel, and things are going great. At the time I'm making this, we are sitting on 539 subscribers, which is crazy because we're about to hit 540. It's insane to see when you have an idea, you work, and then to watch it manifest. Most mind-boggling thing. Like, it makes sense, but it's still exciting to see. This is where we're wrapping it up. We have a big day tomorrow. Big thank you for watching this. Thank you for taking the time of your day to consume it. If you haven't joined the pack, hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on the notification bell so you're notified daily when a new vlog drops. And then it's a lot easier if you're watching this on Facebook. Just hit the like button down below. I will catch each and every one of you beautiful Matt attackers in another 24 hours, guys. Go hustle, go grind, and I'll see you then.